yesterday was my birthday, and I went live last night pretty late. It was like 9:30, 10 o'clock when we started, and I got quite a few questions on what is going to happen with AMC from now until April 27th. April 27th, obviously, being the court date to see if AMC can continue on with this reverse stock split proposal and the other proposals that were passed. And then I think a bigger question of people and what I got last night on that live stream was what's going to happen after April 27th, because that's when you could really see the dilution. We have not actually gotten dilution yet, but the stock has fallen. Does this mean AMC is falling a lot more from here, or does this mean you're at a pretty good price to continue buying the stock, or even, like I think personally, buying some of those longer dated options? In other words, what's going to happen over the next couple of months? And I can logically see a very bullish case here, and I'm going to get into why that is. Now, there is potential bearish outcomes to this. History would suggest that's most likely not the case. And we'll talk about all of that here in this video, guys. So I want to keep this one a little short, sweet, kind of straight to the point, cover this one topic and this one topic alone. And if you like those kind of videos, if you like this kind of video, if you just like AMC and you like to make money, you like different perspectives, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. So now, first things first, from now until April 27th, I should really start with before then. When we found out about this proposal, it was going to be voted on, you got a lot of shorts that went short on AMC in anticipation of this vote going through. And I compared this last night on the live stream to if you've ever played a pharmaceutical company where they have a big drug approval or something happening. 9 times out of 10, it's a buy the rumor, sell the news kind of event. Even if the proposal does get passed or the drug does pass FDA clearance, it's usually a buy the rumor, sell the news kind of event in anticipation that it would get passed, right? So that's kind of what you've seen in the reverse with AMC stock. I mean, the stock actually dropped heading into obviously March 14th. Like, that March 14th was the day this was actually voted on and apparently approved. But ever since February 28th, where you hit a high of $8.53, you fell all the way to a close of $5.38 on March 10th. And March 13th, you were at a close of $5.46. Then March 14th comes around, and you drop 15%. And then you went all the way subsequently to about $4 per share. But you fell from $8.50 per share to $5 per share before this vote even happened. So in a way, it's like the reverse of buy the rumor, sell the news. It was sell the rumor, potentially buy the news. And that's kind of what you have seen as of recently. The stock bottomed out and has been on this slow and steady grind of an uptrend. Well, as of recently, you've gotten the news with this Amazon buyout, or potentially looking into buying AMC stock. And I think that's the biggest X factor here, because we just don't know if we're going to get new news on that front. We don't know if AMC or Amazon is going to confirm this, if they're going to throw out a number on where they would be willing to buy the stock at or actually make an offer. We don't know those things. So I can't sit here and forecast that. But I do think that is a factor that is going to weigh bullishly on the stock. You're not going to get a buyout price for less than where the share price currently is. You're not going to get a buyout price for, probably multiples higher than where the stock currently is right now. So I don't see that as a negative factor. Let's be honest. Let's be clear about that. I don't see that as a negative factor whatsoever with AMC. The X factor here is really April 27th. Now, I think based off of the price action that we have seen, the kind of reverse psychology of buy the rumor, sell the news, sell the rumor, by the news is what we've seen with AMC. So I think heading into April 27th, you're going to be range bound. You're not going to move a whole lot. And I think that comes down to the chances of this continuing to be a prolonged situation, right? The courts could just schedule another court date a month or two down the line. So I think you're relatively range bound, minus the Amazon any buyout news or updates that comes out of that. If you get an update and Amazon throws out a $20 price target that they would, or an offer, yeah, the stock's going much higher from here. But minus that, you're probably going to be range bound within this $5.50 range and $4.50 range. Literally between here, this blue line right here, and this teal line right here. Your support and your resistance levels. And we tested that resistance level on March 28th and got rejected at this level. That's why I'm specifically calling that out. Got rejected at $5.50 right on the dot. And literally found support at $4.50 right on the dot as well. So I think you're range bound till April 27th. Now, after April 27th, if this actually does get denied in courts, if the court says, yeah, Allegheny County Pension Fund, yeah, dude, you don't have a case here. AMC can go on, do the reverse stock split. They can do all that. I don't know why I'm using like a phone here, but I think at that point, there's a lot of shorts that are short in AMC that have already squeezed out that profit from this trade that would then, you got to look towards history. And that's what everyone does in the stock market, because you can't, what do they say? History don't always repeat itself, but it usually rhymes. AMC, every time they've raised debt and they've diluted shareholders, the stock has rallied over 100%. Any major time that they have done this would be a major dilution event. The stock has actually rallied, and I think that is because the fundamentals get better, right? Your short thesis goes away. And after all, at that point, after April 27th, this arbitrage trade is over. I mean, you lost at this point. If you did not, short AMC at $7, $8 and get out at $4, I think that is over. I don't see us going lower than $4 whatsoever. And this is obviously the pre-adjusted reverse split pricing. After the reverse split, in theory, you're going to be trading at like 50 some dollars. So I'm not talking, you guys hopefully get what I mean. So I think from that perspective here, after April 27th, you probably rip higher because shorts either realize their loss or take their profits. The trade is over at that point. Now, after that, from really April 27th until whenever this reverse stock split actually happens, I think that is very clear and concisely going to be a bullish time period to be invested in AMC. And I think if we were going to get some kind of Amazon buyout updates or prices or offers, it's going to be after April 27th until you get the reverse split, right? Until you actually get the dilution. And I think that is, like I said, the clearest, most concise time frame where I could see a bullish rally exponentially with AMC stock. Now, after this reverse stock split, that's where things can get a little more 50-50. Like after April 27th, I would put a 75 to 85% chance that you rally over 100%, at least over 100% after April 27th. Now, after the reverse split, I think it's more 50-50, whereas some institutional investors, some hedge funds might feel the need to short AMC now that it's $50 per share. And you see this a lot with reverse splits, where the reverse split actually happens. You could see a rally into the reverse split. It happens. People destroy the stock after. And that's a possibility, yes. But it's also a possibility that this reverse split in and of itself, mix that with the capital AMC is going to raise and the fundamental change in AMC that will take place. Again, it's going to be a big difference between if AMC pays off 10% of their debt, 50, 60, 70, 80% of their debt. There's wide variations between what they're actually going to do as far as reducing their debt load, because that's what they're doing with this whole proposal. So we don't know the finite details here, and that's going to make a difference when it comes down to it. But historically, AMC does tend to rally after these reverse stock splits, or after, I should say, AMC does raise capital and pay down debt. So I think one hand, just the markets overall tend to sell off stocks after reverse stock splits. That's why you could see a stock with tons of reverse stock splits just trying to stay listed and stay above $1, because as soon as the reverse stock split happens, they usually get shorted back down again. So you typically do tend to see that. That's not abnormal. And that's where the 50%, tradering or MOAS essentially comes into play in my mind, because historical trends with AMC would tell you probably rally after the reverse stock split, but the markets historically don't like reverse stock split. So that's very much a choppy time. I think could go either way, but I think firmly, definitively after April 27th, if the courts do deny this and let AMC continue on with their path ahead, from April 27th until the reverse stock split date is set, until we get to that actually reverse stock split day, you're going to be bullish in AMC. At least that's my personal opinion. I am not a financial advisor. I am, don't listen to me. This is simply going off of what I know, what I've seen in the markets, and what I've observed with AMC for years now. So take it as you guys will. Do what you guys please with that information. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Do not gamble your money, especially if you need it for bills, vacations, any of that. Much better use with your capital, taking your family on a vacation, than to YOLO it into short-dated options or, stuff like that is just not ever going to be a good idea. So that is it. That is all for this video. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, source your comments, questions, or concerns down below in the comment section. If you guys want to come trade with me live in real time, link down below in the description of this video. Keep in mind what I said, from now until April 27th, I expect a very small range here. So I am going to buy some longer dated options, but I don't think you have to just rush out and buy them all right now. You can start slowly and gradually acquiring that position, I think, from here. And that's what I plan to do. If you guys want to follow, like I said, my exact moves, obviously don't follow my exact moves, but stay up to date with what I'm doing. Link down below in the description of this video. Most importantly, you guys enjoy the rest of your Sundays, and I will see you in the next one.